Yes, of course. How about you? What being alive means to you? Yo, new name. Yo, Sakura. New name, how do you manage always to be here? Yep, Merry Christmas to you all. Baked noob. I'm sorry to hear that, baked noob, but you actually really could ease your suffering if you solve that the one who is trying is not you. New name, your hoodie is on its way. I checked status. It's ready and prepared and sent. So in upcoming days it will reach you. Hello, Andre. Hello, Massimo Gamer. Massimo Gamper. Hello. Do I have faith and mercy? Each person is different, but we all share same reality, same moment. So faith and mercy doesn't change anything. No, I'm not high. I am high from life. Yes, new name today. There are many new people. How do I know he has some crazy religious shit to say? Actually, you don't know, because I am totally not into any religion. I am into direct experience of knowing. Yes, it is Christmas. It's, well, we celebrate celebrated yesterday. Today it's official Christmas, but we don't celebrate it anymore. You just said you weren't high, so which is it? Mike, why should I be high? Sakura, not ignoring you, but I really can't help you if you're saying that your boyfriend did not visit you today. Yo Mahavishnu, that's right. Should I believe that there is something conscious above the black holes and extreme phenomena? What do you mean by saying conscious? Goatham. Because awareness, being, is the core of reality. With or without some single humans. I mean, your personal consciousness is limited. Your attention is limited, and that's how it should be. Yet you still can experience that there is no you. As something real. And Goatham, you can believe anything you want. But believing is never reality itself. Believing happens in reality. Black holes happens in reality. Black holes can also come and go. Reality stays. Hey Dan Joker. Yes, life is just a flow. And when you say just flow with it, who do you refer to? Because if there's someone flowing in life, That's ego. That's someone who believes he's someone to flow, not the flow itself. I'm not vegan. Nice nose. And so many random people today. Reality is concrete, but so is perception. No, human perception is never concrete. Greetings, Om. I remember your nickname. There are many people in chat who wants to say something, and that's good. But how many of you are really ready to face in this moment yourself? Because that's why I'm here. Being vegan is not the main key of life. If you want to be vegan, that's needed for you. But that's not needed for everyone. Somda, self-belief. Yes, it is powerful, but it may be misleading. Direct experience, direct knowing is always better than any kind of belief. If belief is needed, then maybe reality is not perceived yet clearly enough. Yes, Adam. Humans will always have perception. Awareness just is. There's nothing more. Reality just is. Awareness just is. We need perception as human minds and bodies. Without self-realization, Siddhartha never became the Lord Buddha. Yes, Somda. Somda. Madame, about what thoughts are you talking about? And Somda, when you say you must awaken to choose the way you want to become, the real trick is that when you awaken, there is no one in you who is doing the choosing. Of course, there is word I, some feeling I, but relationship with someone doing something with your life completely changes. You see everything as just a happening. Choices are happening. Talking is happening. There is no one doing it. Desire and suffering, that is part of life. That will always be. But what can change is, do you believe that suffering and desire is happening to you? Or do you see clearly the desire and suffering happens to you, not as you? Because most people identify with suffering. Madam, when you say all of this information, for example, to limit your desires, to optimize health and contentment, who is doing these things in you? Is there someone doing all of this in you, controlling? Who is your inner controller? Who is your administrator? How can you call desires yours? Why you need to prove others for what cost? prove what exactly. If something is being proved, only you know that. I will never know. I am just sitting here talking from different perspective of understanding. What do you understand? It's completely up to you. Sonda, why do you want me to prove you something? I guess you expect that you will write some message and I will say nothing. That would be not proving, I guess. There are so many people in chat with different understandings, and I clearly cannot talk in each and every level of understanding of you all. So that's why I let talking to happen and just see if everyone understands. If no problem, just scroll next. I just maybe not for you as a person, and there's no problem with that. I don't understand, I overstand. Nice, Mahavishnu. Language is obstacle to understand. Listen to your intuition. Yes, Adam, you're completely right about that. There are many filters, and that's not wrong. That's how it should be. I also perceive with filters each message, and I don't know if I get it right. Conscious beings can't let the events happen out of optimal ways. Even awakening is a part of having crystal clear vision over complex reality. Awakening itself is a conscious act that is a desire. I'm not sure do you want me to agree you? Because the thing is, mind is always full of doubt, no matter if someone agrees you or not. And here's the thing, either you see reality clearly, or you see your mind. In one way, there will be no doubt. In other way, there will always be doubt. Merry Christmas from Afghanistan. Merry Christmas, Z-Core. Hey Jesus, hey hey. Hello to Corsica as well. Adam says, I'm Christian, but I appreciate the teachings of letting go in Buddhism without a connection to other entities. We are on different paths, but I can respect your perspective. I am also, Adam, Christian, but more into Buddhism. But actually, I'm not in any religion. I just naturally see that letting go everything mentally is the real game changer of life. That's how you come to who you are. Hi Sinita. Peanut Butler, I have no thoughts on 6-7. Hello Myra. I guess there are so much people today because it's holidays. Goatham, how do you find your mind peace? How do you find your inner peace? I see that you have interest in different galaxies. But I mean, how can you find real peace if you're interested about different faraway galaxies rather than yourself, your real self? How do you find real peace? Do you struggle in life? Do you try to live with effort? Or you see that life is effortless? I don't want to upset any of you, but why do you make life so complex? From these comments I see that almost no one sees the real simplicity of being alive, being happy, being peaceful. There is so much simplicity in that. You really don't have to think out all of these things that you want to think out. These answers won't make you something more, something better than you really are. Sorry, Amira, I don't understand Spanish. Holy que pasa? I don't know what it means. For myself, Adam is saying, for myself, I found peace trusting a higher power, Jesus, and his teachings, to relieve doubt and anxiety, and let go of what isn't necessary, and to provide to others. That's cool, Adam. Sounds very good. Won't add nothing to that. I guess I wasn't asking about you because there's clearly people who has peace in their lives. Godham is saying a transcendental experience of being distant from all possible friends in this entire eternal existence. Well, Godham, why do you want to be distant? You want to be distant only if you see yourself as a separate being. But being is not separate. It's the same for each and every of us. Of course, for you this is just a sentence, what I'm saying. I'm not sure if I can go deeper to explain for you this. Maybe you're not ready to hear that. Yo, man in the box, your father has panic attacks recently. How can you help us? I'm not sure I can, man in the box. I'm just a human. But I mean, what kind of panic attacks does he experience? Mental or physical? Because if your father is into spiritual lifestyle and he has some mental panic attacks, he should let them happen, no matter how scary they are. But if they are physical panic attacks, I don't know, man, you should seek a doctor. Hello, Scott. If you have a question, just feel free to ask. I have been trying to find my daddy. Are you my daddy? Of course. Goldham, what about those galactic level awakened lone guys in each direction, unable to find contact routes? Yo, new name, you're still here. Goldham. I mean, that's cool if you're into galactic level awakening things, but that's, I don't know if that's needed. People read books, watch videos. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being also into galactic level stuff. Mind needs to be entertained. If you're seeking for entertainment, then I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not here for entertainment. I'm not sure if I can entertain people. I like to make rather someone's ego feel discovered, not in a bad way. What do you mean? Honza is asking, what do you mean I'm watching a movie about myself? This is Netflix. By that, Honza, I mean that you're not the one who lives your life. I'm sorry to say that. When you watch a movie, you know that you're not the one who is acting in that movie. You know that you're not the one filming that movie, producing it. And it's the same actually with our own lives. You can really come to a point where you see this. Man in the box, I hope that you know that your father should visit doctor. I hope that it all gonna be good for you. But I'm saying, if your father is in spiritual awakening process, then all kinds of things may happen. And actually they're not dangerous. They are just illusionary old self reflections. Just old ego tricks, patterns. And you must let them happen so they could fade. If you suppress anything, that won't dissolve your ego. Om is saying, I am currently engaged in multiple tasks while also actively monitoring and observing the ongoing discussion. That's also an Om. What is self? Hello, air folks. How do you think what is self? That would be more interesting. How do you think what is self? Because if I just would tell you what is self, that would be boring for you. But if you really tried to find who is the self in you, that would be real action right in this moment. Man in the box. If your father is having such a hard time, if I were you, I wouldn't be typing in chat at this moment. Honza is saying, bro, I wish I was an actor. Well, Honza, I understand jokes, it's all good. Merry Christmas, Harry. Okay, man in the box says, well, yes, if your father is into spiritual awakening, then don't worry. This panic attack will leave him and he will be safe. Trust the process. But if you feel like you need to visit doctor, Joey, yes, I need a haircut. Gautam says, when there is no I, we never see ego. Yes, Gautam, you shouldn't be against ego. No one should be against ego because that would be the same ego. Ego is needed. When you awaken, ego doesn't die. It becomes transparent. It's no longer your master. Yo, I see there's many new subscribers. Cool, cool. New name. Well, this channel is small. It's quite easy to talk deep topics. So I don't mind this channel being small. Man, it could be hard if there's too much people talking. Stasso, my name is Chris. Gautam says, in reality, materials make I stronger than words of we. Sorry, man, I don't understand this. Ah, okay, I understand, man in the box. You're talking in general. That makes sense now. Man in the box, the thing is, these panic attacks for your father is his spiritual path. If he will be able someday to let go these attacks, if he will be able to not believe that these panic attacks has to do something with his mind, then he will become free. Each one of us has different ego tricks, ego layers. Ego is playing different games in our minds with each and every of us, depending of our culture, past, conditioning, parenting, and so on, biology, nervous system. Merry Christmas, Sky Blue. Happy to hear that, Om. Today this live stream is quite crazy. Okay, Gautam, materialistic authority boosts I. But listen, I should be boosted. There's nothing wrong with boosting I with material world. It should happen. It's better if you have strong ego, strongly boosted I, and then it makes you to suffer more. And this is how it gets easier for you to see your ego, if you are willing to see it, if you are honest, open. But I mean, you must know how to stop following old ego patterns, because every action feeds your ego. Every action you do as you, it feeds ego. When you just allow everything to happen, that's how your ego becomes transparent. That's how your ego is seen by something higher, by some higher power in you, when you just allow it. Just notice it, don't follow it. Let your thoughts and emotions happen. Staso, I'm from Latvia. Sky Blue, yes, of course you can have virtual hug. Jack, what do you mean show your life? Bro is high as fuck. Completely not. And who does the doing if the you that does no longer do the doing and just is Massimo? Doing is a happening. Someone will always do things in you. It won't fade. This is tricky. When you allow doing to happen on its own, see for yourself what changes. I mean, how do you see thoughts in you? Do you think that some thoughts are more thoughts than other thoughts? All movement in you is the same movement. Let's put it this way. And every single subtlest, smallest movement in you is a happening. And you're not doing it. It's a happening in reality, in existence. If there's some memory, that's a movement. If there's some comments about memory, that's a movement. If someone in you wants to control this, that's a movement. When you see this clearly, your mind eventually becomes silent. Massimo, you don't have to kill ego. The happening is already happening. But Massimo, what is your level in what is your level of spiritual things, Massimo? Because actually, if if we would be talking here 1v1, maybe I would talk to you differently. If you're just straight jumping in this conversation about letting go ego, maybe that's too hard for you right now, and you should do exercises, conscious exercises, like meditating. That's the first step. Not for everyone, for someone. Maybe you're advanced already to observe your thoughts as not yours. Thanks, Mahavishnu. You're saying this is a great stream. I'm getting actually a little bit tired. Massimo says, I am not the one doing breathing, right? Or the drum of heartbeat, right? And still it happens. Well, you get this. Yeah, you're asking, you see how your heart beats on its own. You see how your breathing happens on its own. And you're asking what you should do with ego. From where comes this question, Massimo? What do I do with ego? From where comes this? Is there someone in you asking this question? Is there a real substance in you asking question, what do I do with ego? Or is this just a thought? Because ego is just this psychological belief that there is someone real in you. You can remove actually this belief, this false belief right away. Because everything what is going through your mind, Massimo, at this moment, there's completely nothing wrong with that. These thoughts and emotions maybe will be there forever, just the same as in this moment. But this belief that they are real for you, where this leads in you, why do you believe that the one who says in you, how do I kill ego, is the real thing? Hi Shetty, hi Random. That gotta be easy cause life is hard. Life is hard when you think that you have to live. And I'm not joking about that. Life gets very easy when you see that you don't have to live the life. Life is living itself. Try to get all this psychological belief out from your emotions, your thoughts, memories, dreams. You won't kill ego, but false identity will fade away. Om says right, God realization isn't for everyone. Because actually either way you're gonna be just fine. We are enlightened beings already there's only illusion in most people that we are not. Because there's belief, fake belief in separate self. It doesn't change your true nature at all. But if you're here in this chat, maybe if you're seeking these answers, then you just had enough suffering in this kind of living with false beliefs. So maybe it's time to be awakened. Man, I'm so behind chat. Massimo, you're saying there is only the mind trying to bend it. How are you trying to bend it? And Massimo, had you done meditations in past? Or other practices? I actually haven't tried to bend spoon because that's not necessarily necessary for someone to awaken. Trying to bend spoon will just make further suffering in your life and feeling of uncompleteness. Massimo, what is left there in you when some thoughts and emotions goes away? What is left there in you, Massimo? SRX, I am from Latvia. he does not have a home. PS3 actually, for me, home is everywhere. The ever-present moment, Massimo, okay? Merry Christmas, Krishna. Massimo, when you say ever-present moment, do you mean some things in this moment, or just the knowing of this moment, the fact of this moment? Rocky Tingle, I'm very good. Just the moment, not things in it. Massimo, the funniest thing is that when people discover reality, become enlightened, it's the biggest surprise. It's really not that big deal how mind thinks of it. Enlightenment is the simplest thing. If you just see this moment, just notice it, like you are doing it. Yes, of course there are things, thoughts, emotions, but the fact itself that you are seeing it, not with your eyes. Your eyes don't see your thoughts or feelings. When I say see it, there is just noticing happens. And this is it. There is nothing more. This is reality. There is no you, there is just reality. And if you can accept it, if you can let this take over you, then your life will gradually change. And let seeing take place, noticing take place as many times as it's possible in the beginning. Maybe this is not the beginning for you, I don't know. But later this noticing happens by itself. No one needs to force it. At the beginning you have to train yourself. Your ego helps you. Effort helps you. Someone in you who wants to meditate helps you. Later this becomes obstacle. I don't know in what stage are you. Arpan Sire, hey bro, what do you do for a living? Family business. I'm just a part of it. High uncover secret. Massimo, I would suggest you Moji, Ramana Maharishi, Eckhart Tolle. But Moji has the most information available in YouTube. Is there a stage where you do not longer do anything, like end goal? Well, your body and mind will always do something. But I mean, dude, you don't become separated from your body and mind. You don't become distant. So you don't see anymore what happens. But effortless living is reached when you no longer believe false identities. Yes, Massimo, Moji, maybe is the only one who you need. Stick to it. There is no scientific evidence that consciousness guides light or uses reflections as mechanism. Yes, Massimo, I have to go today. But Massimo, you can do a practice. Staying present practice. Just look at some object. May it be candle, may it be something else. And try to remember that you are looking at this candle. And simultaneously let everything happen in your mind. Let every thought flow, every emotion flow. And at the same moment, remember that you're looking at candle. That's how you can train at beginning your awareness to stay present. Because for some people, they are too much in their running mind. That's why first meditation is needed, required. Some focusing practices. It could be breathing. It could be sitting, not doing anything with your body, diving deep in inner silence, if you can notice it. Because at first, your attention must be trained till some point. It must get out of your thoughts and emotions a little bit. I have not heard about George Droid. Have you ever practiced semen retention? What's that? No, that kind of things happens naturally. You look like your crush. That's not possible. Tim Burton said, if you don't want to be banned, then don't ask. These kind of questions doesn't help nobody to know who they really are. I'm not offending you, just advice. In long term, the truth is what wins. That's all. I don't know what is long term. I'm a fashion designer. Would you be interested in being my model? Man, there are so much sketchy things in internet. I'm not sure if someone types this in chat. I would need to say yes or no. Gautam, what is your baseline of spiritual information? Is your baseline real knowledge from awakened persons, or just some internet crap or scientific books? I am not French. And I am not high. I am high on existence. Sorry, new people keeps coming in this chat, but I have to go today. I am Latvian, from Europe, Northern Europe, Baltic states. See you some other day. For those who wish to be here other day. For those who sees me last time, it doesn't matter. You're gonna be just fine. That's a tricky part to understand whether you're spiritual or detailed elaborator. Gautam, I mean, as long as you're helping your suffering in life to end, it doesn't matter. but it's really possible to end psychological suffering. Pizza Hut, Jabba, you're Czech. Nice, nice. This summer I visited Czechia. Om had a Latvian friend. You used to tease him about sauerkraut. I don't know what is sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. Dio Massimo, I didn't know these kind of things show in stream. That's my other YouTube accounts. Coffee. But thanks. Pizza Hut. I was in Prague. How you pronounce it? Prague. Prague. But it was quite chaotic then. But I love architecture of Prague and these, how do you call it? Trdelnik, I don't know. They are tasty. And I didn't get scammed. But there were lots of drunk people, I didn't like that. But I mean, the buildings are very beautiful. And yeah. That's not a favorite food for Latvians. Latvians don't have favorite food actually. Sour cabbage. Sour cabbage. We eat that in Christmas actually. Well, it's tasty. Praha. Češki Krumlov. I love in Prague the Gothic style buildings. Food is super tasty. It's not so expensive as well. Okay. Teach me to say hello, good morning in Latvian. Hello would be sveiki. Good morning, labrīt. So hello is sveiki. Good morning is labrīt. Sveiki. If you come to Latvia, say sveiki. Jai Shri Ram. This summer, we, like me and my wife, had Euro trip. We visited 13 countries and we had a mission to say thank you to some person in different country. But I actually forgot what was thank you in Czechia, but we did say it. Yes, paldies in Latvian, that's thank you. Yes, Massimo, we did visit Switzerland. But actually, Switzerland just for a little bit. But we drove from Italy to Switzerland through Spluga. You know Spluga? Spluga Pass. And then we visited also Liechtenstein. But yes, Alp mountains are super beautiful in Switzerland. Christ is born, Merry Christmas. That's right. Satya Sanatan Dharm Ki Jai. I don't know what that means. Satya Sanatan Dharm Ki Jai. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Spluga. Massimo, next summer we gonna visit Zermatt. But Spluga Pass is very beautiful. It's just mountain road from Switzerland to Italy. Italy to Switzerland. In Liechtenstein, we very loved Malbun. I'm not Indian, I'm Latvian. I'm not Turk, I'm Latvian. I'm not Italian, I'm Latvian. But I love Italy. Om Ki Keval. Dude, you're not making me curse in your language. Om Ki Keval Ag Bhagavan Khai. Om Ki Keval Ag Bhagavan Khai. Thank you, Massimo. I have seen videos about Zermatt. But yes, I love to travel. I think next country we will visit will be Japan and Bali. For Bali it will be second time. I speak in... Well, yes, I don't look like Porzingis. I don't look like Latvian actually. But I speak in 5 languages, I don't know. 4 or 5. Yes, the striver, there are more women in Latvia than men. And there's a saying also that women in Latvia are most beautiful in the world. Well, I haven't traveled all world, so I can't say that. But they are super beautiful here. Okay, bye everyone. It's too late. It's too late here. Have a nice evening and day. Christmas holidays if you live in Europe or Americas. I guess also Australia. And Massimo, thank you for saying that. And I will mention also something about what you said. Be awake always. The thing is, that's not possible. That's not needed. Because if there's someone who wants to be awake, that is ego. That's doer. That's someone who wants effort, doing, managing. Enlightenment is not about being awake all the time, being present all the time. You don't have to worry about being anything. Peace till different time.